I am just checking. Can everybody hear me okay? We have some ink around us. Just checking to make sure everybody. Hey, Mom. Misty. Everybody can hear me okay? I'm just double checking. Okay. We're golden. All clear? Thank you, Steve. Thank you, sir. Jim and Becky. Jim and Becky, I want to thank you guys very much for that thoughtful card you sent in the mail. It was a great picture. What's up, big kid Gizmo? We got a lot of people. Let me back this up. I got to see who's on here. Oh, boy. Kelly O'Neill, Steve, Greg, Misty, D-Back. Yeah, the weather's been great here, too. Unbelievable. I had an unbelievable 2 days of fishing on this lake. The timing is suspect because I am fishing in a tournament next Saturday. And, of course, I have an amazing practice. We'll talk about that in a minute. Steve, Workman, Aunt Wendy, Gizmo, Larry. Hi, Larry. John, is it Prail? Am I saying that right? Prowl or Prail? Christopher Lawrence. Hey, guys. While I'm thinking about it, Christopher Lawrence, if you live in the greater Kentucky area, Christopher Lawrence has started up his own little bass circuit. So if you're interested, Christopher Lawrence is on here right now, and ask him about it. So, pretty cool. I wish I lived closer. I'd do them all. What's up, Chief Big? All right. Stephen Smith, outdoors in the house. Bob Hansen. Steve Clark, Kenny Scheinberger, John Henderson, Ronald, Randy, Shannon, Mark Swiger, Lewis McCartney, Jason Christie's in the house? Where? I had no idea. Or did he win the... I was fishing tonight, so I don't know who won the Bassmaster Classic. Yeah, right about 5:30 here, started thunder and lightning. I called Baby T and I said, come get me. Got off the lake, but nothing's happening here. There's a lot of action southeast of here in Mountain View, Arkansas, which is a couple hours, I think, away. I'm not real sure, but I know it is southeast of where I'm at. What's up, Mr. Schaefer? John Browning. What's up, Ian? Well, good for Jason Christie. You know what? I hemmed and hawed. I broke a rod, you guys. It's way over there. Anyway, I broke one of my original, the first Abu Garcia Veritas rod that I purchased when I moved down here at the outlet store. next door to the Bass Pro Shops in Springfield. That rod's been great. I caught my biggest bass. I've caught everything big in this lake on it. And two of the eyes, basically the whole thing busted off. I had braid on it, and I was throwing it around a bunch yesterday. It was it was a very good day. But I did, get a couple stumps, and I laid into it a fish that had basically came up out of the water with the lure, and as soon as I laid wood to it, it went basically the fish went under a log and the lure went into a log. There's video of all this. I will be showing that next weekend. Basically because I am fishing in a tournament on Bull Shoals this Saturday, and from what I understand now, people are watching. There's people that have reached out to me that saw my videos fishing on Bull Shoals and started asking questions. So when tournaments arise on the lake, I'm not showing that stuff, but I can assure you my practice on Saturday was the best day of my life on this lake for a 5-pound limit. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, I'm going to make that video and it'll be out next Sunday. Or maybe even Saturday, because by the time it comes out, we'll be on the lake. All right. Ohio, 4x4. Windy everywhere. Tornadoes now in the river valley. You're right, Shannon. That's what I heard. Okay. So, how's everybody doing? Sorry I haven't been on much. Things have been crazy. We had some people at my work separate employment, and it kind of thinned out the herd, and we've been very busy. So, that's kind of been the deal for me. And I have been fishing, but like I said, I've been kind of keeping it low key. But I will say, I spent most of last week, it got really warm here. It went from the teens in degrees to mid 70s, low 80s this last week. And I fished 4 out of 5 days after work. Learning Panoptics. I got it kind of figured out now. I get it. I understand what has to happen, and you do, depending on what kind of water you're in, and when you're constantly changing depth, if you want to manually handle it, there is a lot of adjusting. You can go out there in automatic mode. It works pretty good, but I'm starting to figure this thing out, and once it's totally in play, I'm a big fan. I get it. It took me a while. It really did. It took me a couple weeks to kind of play with it and focus on it. And it was easier for me to come and do it after work for like 2 hours at a time instead of go out and do it for 10 hours and just stare down. Eventually I'll jack this thing up so I don't have to crane my neck to see it. All right, Carol Hayes. Jeff McCain. Hi, Glenn. Johnny Bardsley. Johnny Bardsley, I owe Johnny Bardsley a spook. But like I said, Steve Miller, who's on this post, and Misty, they are Shunka Lures. When we haven't had a chance to meet up, at one point both of us were sick, work schedules, and but once I get hooked up with him, you're gonna get your spook, sir. What's up, Stephen Wolf? G-Rod Fishing. Efren bought a Pro 190, but he still hangs out. He's good people. Thank you, Mark. Snowing in Denver. What's up, Steve? So Steve and I are fishing in this tournament on Saturday. Yes. Definitely. There's some crankbaits that Steve and I kind of hashed out over the phone. Like I said, we haven't been able to hang out it's been a while. But yeah, the new flavors, there's one specifically that I kind of had some input on that I'm going to talk about why. So back in November, December, when we were practicing for the tournament, fishing in the tournament, all of the stuff getting spit up out of these fish were literally the color of this crankbait color that I kind of envisioned. And when I talked to Steve, he made a prototype. We'll see if it works. But it's basically like a powder blue, brighter blue with orange. And that's the crawdads that were getting spit up out of here were a bluish color with orange bits. And I thought, why? There's no crankbaits that color. I have one. Hold on. So this is a Ketchko bait, I think. I got it in one of those mystery tackle boxes. But basically, it's a brighter blue than that with orange on the bottom. Glorious. But this isn't the one. This kind of gave me the idea, but not the right colors. You guys will see that. I think Steve has them on the Shanka Lure site on Facebook if you guys want to see them. Or they will definitely get you pictures of whatever you want. Tournament Saturday. Do tell. I'm fishing with Steve Vaughn, who's traveling here. We're fishing out of his boat. If I remember correctly, it is a 19-foot Ranger. Please, Steve, correct me if I'm wrong. We'll be fishing out of the Lead Hill boat ramp, which is where the U.S. Open took off out of. Other than that, I don't know. I am a co-angler, and I will do as I'm told. Hey, Peter. I'll tell you what. Let's put it this way. It was, Steve, if I'm not correct, it was Joe Bass is the Joe Bass Trail or tournament is the tournament we're fishing in. That's right, Aunt Wendy. I know my role. It's not my boat. I'll just sit there and just say, yes, sir. But I will tell you guys, yesterday I was out on the lake for just over 4 hours. And I managed to limit with a couple of my favorite baits. You know what they are. Again, we'll talk about it next weekend. But almost 16 pounds for 5 fish, which is my biggest 5 fish total, bar none on this lake. So I was pretty happy with myself. Of course, I get home and Tabitha's like, well, you just jinxed yourself. Steve, I went back out for 2 hours tonight before it got hectic. Even with the barometric pressure changing and things going haywire, there's thunder and lightning, fish are still doing the same thing. So I managed a few keepers. Nothing like yesterday, but well over 2 pounds, 3 of them, doing the same thing I was doing yesterday in a very short amount of time. So there we go. A lot of people, I think, I still haven't caught a crappie in this lake myself. I haven't really tried, but you think you'd come across them by accident. But I did see a lot of guys crappie fishing in the last couple of days, and they were up kind of up close. And I didn't see them doing very well here anyway. The water temperature here is right. It's banging around between 47 and 51, depending on where you're at. Down in Lead Hill, I'm expecting it to be a little warmer. It just seems to work out that way. Bull Shoals is a little warmer than that. I think a lot of that has to do with the lakes at a proper level. But who knows? It's but like I would say on average it was about 48 to 50 degrees throughout where I fished tonight. And I stayed very close to home. The weather could have been a problem, but I mean, I was within really 3 minutes of throttle down, get home. And it wasn't windy at all. It was beautiful. And I missed a bunch of fish, kind of on purpose, but I can tell you they're chasing. Steve, yeah, that 15 pounds, that I think my biggest day with 5 fish myself in like the span of a tournament, 8 hours, was closer to 14. And I was pretty impressed with myself. It was kind of surreal to catch. I mean, the smallest fish was 2 pounds, and the rest of them were much better. So hopefully we can find some down Lead Hill next Saturday. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's give something away. Sorry about that. I've been rambling for almost 20 minutes, you guys. That's what I do. So the first thing I'm going to give away tonight is a Mike Bucca bull shad. This is a slow sinker, 3.75 inches. In pearl bone. People get excited about these. I have a couple myself. So I'm going to give one of these away. If you're on here and you haven't commented and liked the video that led you to this, it was the last video I made, I'll give you a minute to go over there and do so if you're interested in having one of these bull shads mailed to you. So, at any rate, I do have it. I do have shots. Yes. Hold on, Jeff. I'm trying to stay focused. I have my pen and paper. Well, I got the paper anyway. I don't know where my pen went. Hold on. Yeah, I was almost prepared. Those are for bass, Jeff. All right, I do have my pen. By the way, Bob Musapa made this pen and gave it to me when he was out visiting last year. This is a top-notch pen. All right. So I'm ready. We're going to give away that bull shad right now. And like I said, I'm going over to the comment picker thing so you can see what I'm doing here. $53 unique commenters. When I set this up earlier, there was only 44. So here we go. Let me do it one more time. YouTube. Okay, 53 unique commenters. This is for the Mike Buka Bullshad. Good luck, everybody. John Prail. Congratulations. That's awesome. Now I'm going to have a shot of Fireball. You even have the Fireball glass. So, John Prail. All right. John, are you still online? I know you were on there. I saw you earlier. I do not have any Yingling. I am drinking Shock Top from the U.S. Open koozie. These koozies are good for keeping beers cold. All right, Mr. Prail, if you would please email me your email and your address, I will send that out to you. It is mjbfishingllc@gmail.com. So email me and I will send that out to you. Congratulations and thank you for being here. Okay, I'm still blown away at the camaraderie that happens on these giveaways and the support that people give each other. When other people win, it's a slew of congratulations, and I think that's pretty neat, you guys. I really do. But we're having a shot here for a reason. If I can open it. It's been in the freezer. You can see, look at that. It's all frosty. Now, this shot isn't just any old shot. I do have a reason for having a shot right now with you guys. I forget if it was March 1st or 2nd, but I don't make a big deal out of this stuff. I don't know if I should or shouldn't, but I don't. Anyway, I went over 1 million views on YouTube that day. And it just kind of reminded me, none of this happens without people watching this stuff. And I never thought anybody would. I am so grateful for the people that stick around and watch this stuff. I have a tiny channel. I have 2,700 and something subscribers. I'm grateful to know a lot of you. And to have that many views blew my mind. A million. So anyway, I'm gonna keep trucking and see what if people want to watch, they watch. If they don't, they don't. I'm still gonna be here, and I know a lot of you will too. So thank you guys very much for all of that. And I'll cut that short. And that's where it's at. I'm gonna come back and read your comments in a second. I got the iPad working, but it's starting to rain. Anyway, cheers, and I want to thank you guys again for all of the support and all of the views. I appreciate all of you guys. Cheers. Child. Hold on here. Yes, John. 1 second. I'm going to type that. Hold on, guys. I'm here. I'm just typing this out. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. I wanted to make sure Mr. Prale got the address. It's place, Jim and Becky Matthews. It's tasty. The college kids love it, and I think on Tuesday I'll be 49 years old. So if that speaks volumes for me. Oh, did you see the lightning? All right. So anyway, you guys, thank you very much for all the kind words and literally being here. Doesn't happen without you. Okay. I am giving away a shirt tonight. I want you to think about this. I'm not giving it away just yet, but I can either do it in long sleeve or short sleeve. It'll be the winner's choice. Of course, size, and get back into some of the clothing stuff. And I am, by next week, the hats should be dropped off. I have all the hats. I've had them for a while. I want to change the logo a little bit. It's going to stay the same, but I'm moving the position of the logo to the center of the hat, and I want to see if I can maybe put a border around it. And little change, but and again, very rare and very limited. Thank you, Gizmo. Right on, Workman. Let's let it relax for a second. Is it still buffering? Give me 1 second. Okay. Are things better? Mr. Schaefer says it's better. I caught Maggie on the internet. I have to kick everybody off when I do this. It's kind of a hassle. But at any rate, here, I'm... All right. So this next package is going to come... There's going to be an MJB fishing sticker, some ribbon tail worms, and a black and blue diesel jig in 3/8. It's pretty much my favorite jig right now. It works. So I got a couple of those to give away, and I'm going to do that right now. It's raining now. All right. Can you guys see that rain? Okay. This is for the... There's lightning. Here. This is for the jig. John Browning. John Browning has won a jig and sticker package, as well as the ribbon tail worms. Thank you, John, for being here. Congratulations. MJB Fishing, it's written in there. It is raining, you guys. That would be wild if we were live and we got some real weather. I would stay here live with you guys if it meant hanging on to the Chirova for dear life. Just letting you know. Wendy, I have Jeff a hat. I have in the box I ordered Jeff a cryptic camo hat, just special for Jeff. It's already been done, but he's going to get the updated logo. His is going to be super rare. There's only 3 of them in the box. I'm going to have basically my version of the police support MJB fishing hat. I believe there's 10 or 12 of those. There's going to be black and red for all of those folks that don't have the heritage brown. And there's going to be pink and gray. Cancer awareness, what have you. Oh, I'm thankful it's not snow. You guys, it's like, well, the reason why the weather's so funky right now is there's some cold air pushing in on top of 70s. It's been really nice here. So this is why we're having this tornadic activity just south of us. What kind of boat do you have, Mr. Schaefer? I forgot what model. Rusty Bookmeyer. Hey, I want you guys to know Rusty Bookmeyer. I watch his Facebook page religiously. He might be one of the most talented people I've ever seen. The guy took and made his own boat. It's pretty cool. The guy makes a lot of cool stuff, and I like it. Rusty Bookmeyer, you're a champion and a scholar. Glenn, just reach out to me directly on Facebook Messenger, or you can email me at mjbfishingllc@gmail.com. It's true, Rusty. You are, someday I want to come to your house and party because you look like the guy that has good parties. I looked at boats today at Bass Pro Shops in Springfield, and they're still expensive. But nonetheless, down the road we're probably gonna have an upgrade. But I'd like to keep this boat right here, the Heritage. You can't see it because here. Let's do this. This usually screws things up, but it's right here. I still have it. What's up, Brady? Workman, it's not bad. I think it's thank you for your supportive nature and changing your schedule around to watch me drink Fireball and Shock Tops. And watch it rain at my crib with... Who are all these people? Steve, I have cold weather gear. It will be fine. Who's Jelly Oreo? I don't know you, but hi. Okay. I'm going to do another dig and worm and sticker package right now. All right, let's update the comments. It's still 54. All right, here we go. Gizmo, congratulations. I know how much you could use these. Tell them to turn the music down, Jim. Please. Or just have them put them up on the big screen in the restaurant. They'll love that. Gizmo, you know how to get a hold of me. Just please text me your address, please. I know I have it, but it'll be easier. I really... Okay, I need to start touching on some stuff. Tournament. Those of you that are on here, how would you feel about doing a 2 or 3 day event at Table Rock, Bull Shoals, and Taneycomo this summer? Whether it be June or July. Really doesn't matter to me. It could be September even. But I want to do a 2-day or a 3-day event at different lakes. Total combined weight of the weekend wins. It'll be a one. I'm thinking of doing the same. Holy crow! I think it's gonna. I don't think the heavy stuff's coming down for a while. And I am gonna do some little tournaments in between. We're gonna do a small one out of Bull Shoals. We're gonna do some out of Table Rock. I'd like to get up to Lake of the Ozarks. It's pouring. I didn't know I was going to do this, you guys. I'd shut the garage door, but the boat is still hooked up from when I went out today. Right here. Let's have some Fireball. Gizmo, what day is your birthday? I'm sorry, I didn't see when it was. Even if you said it. Oh God, what would it be like to be 36 again? That would be fun. March 8th is my birthday, Gizmo. We do share a birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah, if anybody that lives in Texas knows Lake Fork and wants to, or will allow me to be on the back of their boat and go fishing, that would be fantastic. We could talk about this. Or this Lake O.H. Ivy, where it seems like you just throw an A-rig in the water and 16-pounders hammer it. Is it that easy? I don't know. Truman has a lot of stumps in it. I've only driven over it, so what I've seen of it, it's kind of intense. It's not that far from here. It's like 2 hours. That'd be a little thunder. Grand Lake, yeah. The Big Bass Dash. I believe that's in June or April. Somebody could correct me. I would love to, Mr. Browning. That would work too. But I follow this guy Josh Jones on the Facebook, and it seemed like every day in the last month he was either breaking a record or catching a double digit. I think it's very neat. I wish I had that kind of time to just hitch up and go to Texas for a month and wait for this magical bite to happen. I'm sure a lot of us would. But, maybe someday. The only thing I can say is that I don't like about it is I need to get it closer to my face, which is there's nothing wrong with the system, but looking down at it all day will hurt your neck. You want to get that thing higher up off the casting deck. The other thing, if you have a Tarova motor, like everything else, it's a pain in the ass to mount anything to it. I do have my own little deal that I made with all thread and some shallow strut and a 1-inch piece of PVC, which is right here. It works. Let's put it that way. It works. It works pretty good, actually. I just, there's probably a better way to do it, but this was free. I see a lot of this right height and all this stuff. It's neat. It is really neat, but it's very expensive for what it is. And this boat, I'm pretty much capped on what I'm willing to spend on this particular boat. I had a really good idea Christopher Lawrence suggested the other night, that I buy a bass boat, a glass boat, and remodel it and just kind of follow the progression of it, and either repower it with something fresh, and we're talking like a 20-plus-year-old boat, bass boat, and then totally remodel it and make it my own. I don't know if you guys would be interested in watching that, but that's an idea. The other con about Livescope, battery, it will eat your battery. It will 100%. After about 5 hours, my battery will die. So and I showed this in the video where I installed it. I have basically left it where I can upgrade my battery underneath the casting deck in minutes. Everything is pre-run and ready for that. Or do I just buy another cranking battery and run them in parallel and have one big giant basically battery? It doesn't change anything other than twice as much storage. That Lightning's badass. So other than that, I don't really see a downside. They did come out with a new transducer last week, which there's a fire sale going on right now for these. You can get them cheaper than $1,300 or $1,500 because people want to upgrade to the newest transducer. So if you already have an SV 7-inch, 9-inch, or bigger, you can get these transducers now for $800-900, which is almost half off after tax. So, there's that. Yeah, I saw the cornfield crappie mount one. It's basically kind of like what I did. But everything happens down below the knuckle or what have you, the pass through the shaft of the Tarova. And it works. It was free, and I have total control over it. Bass crappie fishermen probably are not gonna want uh, it on a spot lock unit. They're probably gonna want the handheld job off to the side, which I experimented with. That worked too. I just when I'm bass fishing, I'm moving. 99% of the time, the boat is moving forward, regardless of speed, and I want to be able to pinpoint with the trolling motor where I'm aiming this thing. The majority of time, I have been using it in perspective or forward, forward mode, which is basically just looking forward of where I'm at. And there is a down version, and the perspective shows like a baseball field view of what's going on in front of you on the bottom. And fish will show up in all of those aspects. It is pretty neat, but you need to spend some serious time getting comfortable with it and training your eye to know what you're looking at. Not every time do you see your bait is this big shiny object. Sometimes it's little, and you got to know where that's at. Right on, Steve. Give me a call this week. I don't think I'm going to get a chance to practice on Friday. Work's out of control. Anyway, yeah, Steve, drive safe. I'll see you on Saturday. We'll talk this week. My thoughts on a lithium battery. They're expensive. From what I understand, if you want to guarantee your Livescope setup, which I would probably run the black box and the 93 SV if I had a lithium battery. And from what I'm understanding, you want to get a 30 amp hour lithium battery to guarantee yourself longevity for a long day of fishing. So, and there are a couple hundred, if not more, dollars for a renowned brand. Yeah, there's a lot of these places are, have a lot of good reviews behind their batteries. I don't know. I don't know what I know I got to do something because basically I've had to jump the boat 3 or 4 times. But something's gonna happen. I just don't know what. My head's going in so many different directions about a potential replacement for this, but I really don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know that I would ever sell this boat. All right. I got something else to give away. Again, you're gonna get an MJB fishing sticker. Black and blue diesel 3H jig. This one's gonna come with the Guggen Squad flat banger in purple and chartreuse. I have one of these myself. It works. Excuse me. right, so I'm going to go to the comment picker. We have 55 unique commenters. This is for that little lure package. And again, if you win, email me at mjbfishingllc@gmail.com, your address and your name, so I can send it out to you. All right. This is for that package. Randall Wiggly. Is Randall Wiggly? You got to be online to win, too. I don't know Randall Wiggly. We have an active tornado warning. So I'm going to unhook the boat from the truck real quick, you guys. I'm right here. I'm being careful, Jim. This is a big place we live at. Tornado could be miles away. Oh shit. It helps a ton if you unlock the lock before you take it off the hitch. All right. As soon as I get this all done, if Randall Higley doesn't comment, I'm going to give it to somebody else. I love it. This doesn't take very long at all. I would like to get a new, I don't know what you call this damn thing. The wheel stand doohickey on the front of the boat. I'd love to get one. Child! We're doing some manual labor now. Come on. Oh! Okay. We're in. Okay, we're detached from said truck. Tornado 13 miles north of Harrison. That is, well, that's another warning. Okay, I think we're okay. Yeah, Gizmo. Jeff, I'm almost convinced that every lure that comes out is another gimmick. I think it's more about the existing stuff that's been a mainstay for decades. I think is still the way to go. Color is a big deal. Yeah, I mean, I believe that. It's my deal with it is every other day somebody comes out with another plastic lure. It's funny because for a long time, I'd have bluegill bite the ends off of my swim baits, just the paddle tail. That's it. So you'd have this swim bait without a paddle tail that looked like a teardrop, basically. Well, I'm like, well, how in the world, or why in the world wouldn't this work as a Ned rig? Just the swim bait without the paddle tail. Well, lo and behold, 2 years later, they actually sell a lure that looks like a teardrop without a paddle tail. You don't need to buy them, folks. When the little bluegills steal your paddle tail, put them over here off to the side and use them as drop shots. You'll thank me later. It'll save you a ton of money. Jim Plasmer, you are correct. You understand what I laid down there. Well, I'll give you a perfect example. A lot of these guys, right, pros, you go watch them, and they'll win a tournament using a Senko, wacky rigged setups on the market to catch bass, but it's tried and true. Drop shotting, Ned rigging is Ned rig is another way to. But these things are cheap. But these are what these guys win tournaments with. Very cheap, effective things. Of course, they're going to tell you you need to buy the $47 Megabass jerkbait because it's spackled on the side of their boat. I would do the same. Bottom line is all this, but time on the lake, knowing what the fish will eat. Just do that one day. I guarantee you'll catch fish. $57 degrees, Steven. It's time. Right now. Put on a spook, get on the lake and catch bass. 57 degrees is time. Oh, I'm sorry. Did Randy show up? Let's see. We got 5 unique commenters. Can anybody see this? I'm just wondering. Efren's, look at that. Oh, shit. Hi. Are you guys still here? Aaron in the house. You guys there? Is that better, you guys? I'm hanging in there. I'm gonna let it ride and see what happens. Hello? Is there anybody in there? No buffering. Okay, good. I'm trying. Shit. All right. Okay, so Jeff McCain won that. We got a shirt to give away. And that'll be it for the giveaways this month. I will have another shot of Fireball. I heard I won a boat. Jeff, you did win a boat. You won a gravy boat. Shit. Drop the Fireball. We're all good though. Okay, good. Everybody's good. Oh man. Is anybody interested in doing this fishing tournament this summer sometime? A bigger format than last year's one-day event, a 2 or 3 day event between the lakes around here. Let me know. I'm serious because I think we're gonna put together something. I just want to know how many people are interested on here right now. Oh man. Shit. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I think I'm gonna give away this shirt. I'm having some tech. I don't want any more technical difficulties tonight. Unless you guys are okay with what's going on. Yeah. Well, oh, that's good. Shannon, how's the weather down there right now? The rain's kind of light. Homemade boats are allowed. No, no. The biggest mistake I made last year was making it a certain boat only tournament. We turned down probably more boats than showed up because they didn't have a small horsepower tracker. So, no, these tournaments are open. Whoever wants to come is beyond more than welcome. All right. Yeah, I mean, it might be the calm before the storm. It's absolutely calm right now. There's lightning off. So basically, I'm looking south that way. Have you guys seen the deal they got? If you haven't upgraded your fish finders, Bass Pro is again selling the Garmin 93 SV for $699 and the 7-inch version for $499. Both of those are a swinging deal. But they also have at Bass Pro the Carbon 12-inch HDS, which does the live target stuff. That one is $1499. Normally, those are almost $3,000. So if you're in the market for a more expensive big screen, the 12-inch Carbon for $1499 is a pretty good deal. I know it's expensive, but for people in that price range, that's a lot of fish finder for your money. Same thing with the Garmin's I had mentioned. You know, for $699 for a 9-inch Garmin or a 7-inch for $499, those are both swinging deals. I wouldn't be afraid to buy either one. It's just preference at that point, what you're into. You too, Jim. Thank you. Yeah, Russell, Rusty, sorry. A lot of these other places we looked at doing tournaments were very uptight about COVID restriction. And so are sponsors that, you know, were interested in pledging stuff, but like with the unknown COVID at the time of how things were going to go, they couldn't commit. And it was really tough for myself and Misty to commit that kind of effort and time into something that was an unknown. At the, you know, things have changed a little bit now, but we're running into that time crunch now where it's there's not enough time to do this right with the kind of sponsorship that we were looking for and looking to do. This tournament was going to be at Lake Fond du Lac in Wisconsin, and it was going to be for the Wounded Warriors Foundation. And we were in talks with, you know, big people. Harley Davidson, Anheuser-Busch, etc. Those kinds of things. And that we just couldn't get the commitment from them due to what's happening at the time Things might be different if we approached them now, but it's kind of too late right now. Good night, Lewis. Thank you for being here. So, at any rate, let's give away a t-shirt, you guys, and we're gonna call it a weekend. I got a busy week coming up. I gotta basically get my gear together for this tournament on Saturday with Steve Vaughn. I know he's not on anymore, but do you think it'd be funny if I brought like 27 rods as a co-angler? No, I won't do that. I'll probably bring less than 5 would be maximum. You don't need more than that. If you think you need more, bring extra reels, because most of the time people get their reels bungled up, and that's the problem. Less rods, more reels. Take up less space. But at any rate, you guys, let's give away this shirt, and we'll move on, and I'll be right back. Hold on. I'm not going anywhere. Okay. 55. This is for, okay, let me preface this. I had said it earlier in the video. I don't know if everybody was on. 1 second, Jeff. I'll talk about the rainbow. If you want a short sleeve or a long sleeve, and your size and color of shirt, that's important too. At any rate, MJB Fishing LLC at gmail.com with that information, and let's see who wins a new shirt. Steven Smith Outdoors. Steven Smith Outdoors. Okay, Steven, send me your address, please. Okay, Jeff, the trout was magnificent. Honestly, here I'm setting it up. I'm getting back involved here. The trout was almost 4 pounds. I caught it on an underspin with a 3.5-inch swim bait in black and blue, a little silver in it. I was definitely bass fishing in a place where bass would be, and caught the trout. When I hooked it, I didn't see it initially, but it was tugging, and I'm like, oh, this is a good bass, until it turned sideways, and it was a very long red stripe across it, and I'm like, I knew right away what it was. But damn, I did a little reflecting, and that is the biggest rainbow trout I've ever caught. I've caught German brown trout that were bigger in Washington State, but as far as rainbow trout goes, that's the biggest one I've ever caught by pure accident on Bull Shoals Lake, of all places. The day after that, I went out and caught a I forget what it was, 3+ pound walleye, and that was on a Missouri colored wigglewort, which is basically orange and yellowish, but money. 0 yellow perch. 0. I've only caught 1 on this lake, and it was little. It is quiet, you guys. Steven left? Okay. We'll give it to somebody else then. He understands. He's been around long enough. Okay. We'll give it to somebody else. Thank you, Misty. 55 unique commenters. Here is for the shirt. Jim Plymesser. I think he left too. Dang, are we going to do this again? If Jim is not online, let me know. I know he left. I just wanted to make sure he was gone. We got into this before. Jim left at 9:19. Yeah, okay. We're going to go back. We're going to do Jim. It's not here. So. Okay. This is for the shirt. Cigar Farad. I don't think he's on either. We might. This is going. We haven't had this problem for a long time, but I don't know if Matt's still on. That's true, Workman. Matt would have made it very known that it was time for shots. Joe Thielen's in the house. All right, I'm going to do it one more time. If somebody wins that's on here, great. If not, I'm going to give it to Jim Plymesser. That's what we're going to do. Okay. All right, here we go. It's for the shirt again. Kelly O'Neill. He was on earlier. If Kelly O'Neill is on, we're done. If he's not on, we're done anyway, and Jim Plymesser is going to get the shirt. Guys, the weather is getting nasty here. Thank you very much, Mr. Schaefer. I appreciate that a ton. Thank you. All right, I'm giving it to Jim. Okay, I'll reach out to Jim and get him that shirt. And Mr. Schaefer, thank you very much again. The severe stuff is it's here right now. It's raining pretty hard. Shot. Yes, sir, Steven. I'm on it. Cheers. Rusty, thank you very much for stopping by, man. Keep doing you, man. I love seeing you. You're one of the happiest people I've seen online. Have a good night. They tell me that there's no tornadoes around the lake, but I don't know about all that. So, Jeff, does that mean it's not coming here? Workman, we missed you. And the weather is intense. I love you too, Aunt Wendy. Thanks for the update, Jeff. It's just raining here as hard as it can rain. I don't know. I'm going to stay live. We're going to do more live. I'm going to stay live until the storm has passed. I know it's probably loud for you guys, but it's getting very windy. The wind is picking up considerably. Wendy, have a great night. The storm is right here, right now. That's what we're gonna do, workman. We're riding it out. I think that's what they call this. I didn't stop doing live things altogether. I just took a break, you guys. I was busy. It is rocking. Settle down, John. That's hilarious. The Matthews are, good night, guys. Drive safe. Jim and Becky, I've been following your road trip. You guys are killing it. But safe travels. Look at this. I think I need to climb up on the roof and clean out my gutters. We have a small lake in the front yard right now. We could probably house a couple 8-inch baths right now. Well, this is all going to help. I am convinced that this weather right here is going to help for the tournament in 6 days. Christopher, take it easy. Are you at work, Wendy? Weather is amazing right now. But Glenn, thanks for being here, brother. They were definitely hot spots this weekend. So hopefully the trend continues. And the warm weather. The lake warmed up about 6 to 7 degrees in just a couple days, and it stayed there. And it's right where it needs to be for things to start working the way I need them to for my style. Shoot. Yeah, I don't know what California did to piss off Mother Nature, but yeah, you guys definitely. Arizona could use water. I get tired of seeing pictures of Lake Powell and Lake Mead, like near empty. Are you going to bed, Mom? Oh no, Glenn was just being nice. I see. Right on, James. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for tonight. I will definitely let everybody know how the tournament goes. But I'll tell you what. I'm going to shut her down. I got to get to bed. I got a 10-hour day tomorrow. Again, thank you guys very much for being here, always being here, and the continued support and the support of each other. It's kind of my favorite part about all of this is watching you guys talk. We will be back for another giveaway in April. And of course, anytime anything wild happens on the water, I'm going to butt in. And be looking out for the video from fishing yesterday. Again, it was 15.9 pounds of fish for 5. Which, like I said, in hindsight is always fantastic, but 15.9 pounds I think would have been good enough for first place at the U.S. Open qualifier. Uh, basically, similar conditions to the qualifier. Water was a little cooler, but they're in there. The fish are in there. You just got to put yourself in the right place at the right time using the right thing. Anyway, you guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. Congratulations to all the winners. I'll see you real soon. If you need anything, reach out to me. You have my email. Otherwise, comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys very soon. Have a great night, and thank you very much.